Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today at Leo Save the World, one podcast at a time, with my favorite, best friend, celebrity.
That's true.
Rafał Zawierucha. Did I say it right?
I know it's difficult.
Zawierucha.
Hello.
And I love it. And I have so many things to say, but you know, guys, this podcast is about the guest. It's not
say
about
it now,
us.
please. Say it now. Then I can say something.
I will let Rafael tell all the stories.
More or less.
And we had so much fun together, guys. Yeah. I wish I can tell you what we did, everything that we did together, but we really can't. But let's start in this way. Why don't you do a small introduction of yourself?
Yeah.
And you can say whatever you want, so the people listening and see your beautiful face can know a little bit more about you.
Well,
Please.
yeah, I just went to the barber. You know, the haircut.
Beautiful job.
Yeah, today in Provo, which was like beautiful thing because I was dreaming about it since 3 weeks actually. And yeah, I'm a Polish actor. I grew up in Poland, which is in Europe between Germany and Russia. And I was born in Krakow, beautiful historical city. Then we moved to Kielce, the small town, with my parents and my siblings. And then I just got to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. And I graduated there. I finished a theater academy there. So since this time, it was like 2005, I guess, something like that. The only way and change for me was to be an actor, to become an actor. So I learned about that, how to become an actor. So I was in theater academy, and I had a incredible, great teachers, like professors, who were incredible people, and I think it helped me a lot to be there. But in the same time, I had a beautiful life. Because it was so easy, you know. I had let's say $100 per month, and that was enough, you know, to be there. And I was blessed because I could work on my second year. So I worked like a small part, TV shows, something like that, commercials even. And then in 2012, I got a part in a theater. So everybody, so that's the thing. It's in Poland, like in Europe probably, people love theater. Mm-hmm. And it's really difficult to get a job in a theater.
So let's say that in Europe, there is a much stronger theater culture that there is in the United States.
Yes.
In Europe, theater is serious.
Yeah.
Meaning that the actors of theater, they're really well respected and they're big names. Here in America, because we have the Hollywood system, that they don't want to spend too much time in rehearsal because they're very high paid, the theater is not that important. Really, the reason is that, basically there are musicals in New York that are very popular, but then the real theater, Hollywood actors are not gonna go there, and so the theater is suffering a little bit. But in Europe,
we have a scholar system like that, created like that.
Super important in Europe.
Professional actors are first want to be in a theater,
right?
And then casting directors are coming to your shows, you know, to theater, and they just, you know, asking you to go to the audition.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons is also because in movies, guys, because we come from neorealism or Nouvelle Vague in Europe a lot, sometimes actors are people took from the street and put in a character, and they're perfect for one character, and they become very famous. Yeah. But they're not really actors. So their acting skills are a little bit weak. So in Europe, to be able to find real actor, we said real actors, you go to the theater. Because you know that their basis is not a person found in the street. Their bases are very strong acting bases.
We spend a lot of hours, like days, rehearsing on the rehearsals. Like for a show in a theater, we have like 3 months of working, hard work, like 8-10 hours a day, which is regular job. You know, it's not only craft, but it's normal life for us. Yeah, but that's my story short. You know, I don't want to make, you know, to completely destroy this topic. But yeah, it was so for me it was like a dream to be in a theater as well.
Absolutely.
But then I wanted to work in the movies, in with camera, with the professional crew, and it happened to me. Thanks God, and I got like several movies and comedies and drama. Not like a lead role, not lead character, but I had like supporting role. And in 2012, finally I got a contract. I signed a contract in a theater, and that was something huge to me.
Huge.
Because I could work in a theater. And
do you think that was the moment that you thought, this is it, my career is starting, this is the real career,
Well,
it's a real job now, right?
Right, but in the same time, I was like happy to be where I am every day.
Spontaneously.
It was like do whatever you want as an actor. And for me, I wasn't like a guy who wanted to work every day and more and more and more. I was really appreciating what I have.
Beautiful.
And being humble and being grateful for that. I never expect to have more. But of course, in the same time, from when I remember when I was a kid, I always used to say that one day I'm gonna be in Hollywood. That was a dream. It was like I was a 10 years old kid.
Yeah.
I've been watching a movie like Bodyguard. I was playing Whitney Houston with my sister. She was my bodyguard, actually, Kevin Costner. And I was a singer. I don't sing very well, but it's not about that.
I love it. She was the bodyguard and you were
I was
the singer.
portraying Whitney Houston, And I was so excited to be in character. I was famous in my home, in my place. I give a show every evening. I was doing it. So yeah, that was a dream. And inside, like somewhere, I felt that one day will become true, but I didn't expect that it will come so fast.
Because
something happened in 2018.
Okay, and I stop there because this is about basically what will be our podcast.
Did I introduce myself enough?
Very well. So today the podcast will go around a lot about one movie that is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And it's a movie about Quentin Tarantino, that is a very famous director. You may love it, you may not love it, but he's a very famous director.
Yes.
One of the most famous directors alive today. Yeah. And this is his last movie.
So far. We don't know.
And so the question is, because this is a career changing that you did, and you actually covered, for me, because I'm a movie lover, and I'm sure that Tarantino is a very big movie lover,
he's a guy
and I'm sure
everything.
that Tarantino will agree on this. You had a very, very, very important role of Roman Polanski. That is a director that all us filmmakers love, but hate in a way for what he did and their normal life. But as an artist, is unbelievable. His movies are crazy.
Yeah.
So that part, for me, because I love movies so much, and I'm sure for Quentin Tarantino as well, is one of the most important part of the movie. Can you tell us how you were chose in the casting process to be Roman Polanski?
All you said is true. I agree 100%. So, like, that was a normal process, like for all of actors all over the world.
Tell us from the real beginning, when they approach you, what
so
happened?
It was like, you haven't. So I had an agent, and I've been doing those days in 2017 and 18. I've been traveling a lot around the Europe, and I had this TV show about the movies which were shot in the places in Europe, like specifically like in France, let's say in Paris, Cannes, Coucourant, then Spain, Portuguese, Italy, like La Vita è Bella, and all those beautiful movies like Arezzo, then Under the Tuscany Sun. So I've been there. We've been traveling there with our crew, film crew, and the director and everybody there, by bus or plane sometimes. And we were interviewing the people who worked on those movies, like actors, producers, makeup artists, art department, whatever. Like all of them who could join us, you know, and with who we could talk. And each this meeting was for me a chance to give to introduce myself to them. So I gave them, like, you know, my email address, my phone number, and there was a incredible experience to me to talk in France, a little bit in Italiano, a little bit in English, you know. In Germany, it was funny situation because we had to have a translator with us, the woman who was translating like from Germany to English. But first, I was going with my question, like camera is rolling. I go with my question in Polish. She's translating to Germany, and then he's answering. The guest is answering
in English,
or in
German, and then translating in English.
And she's translating me in Polish, and I was, you know, that was my acting part, to act that I understand everything, you know. And so never mind. And in 2018. We just come back from, I don't remember, was it Hungary or Prague, Czech Republic, and my agent called me. It was a sunny day, it was around May, and he said, like, listen, somebody's calling from Hollywood. And I said, like, yeah, what did you tell? Actually, they said they put it on the voiceover, like a voicemail, because I was not able to answer. And I said,
I love it.
Are you kidding me? Like, maybe call back. What's the time there? Like, it's 9 hours difference. And yeah, and he did it. And then he called me back and he said, like, they don't want to say what is the thing about, but they want to send us an NDA. So it was like entering Pentagon or something. So first
of course.
That's a process. That's what I said. It's a huge process. It was a really huge process to get the audition, even, because I didn't know what's going on. Then they sent in an email, the casting director, Vicky Thomas. She's incredible. She's amazing personality and very professional. And they say, like, it's about Polanski. It's a movie. It's Quentin Tarantino's movie, and we want to cast Rafael for that movie. And I was like, what's going on? I mean, how? Because you have to know that
I can imagine.
This casting,
so did you open this email, or they told you at voice?
My agent.
Oh, sorry, the agent told you by voice.
No, I had this email as well, because
you were reading movie by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I read it. And because you have to know that in Poland it wasn't like so obvious to get a job in Hollywood for us, for actors, because it's so, like, in Hollywood you have hundreds of actors who are ready to go, ready to shoot.
Why to pick up a Polish actor, right?
Why to pick up the Polish actor? So the reason is actually connected to Quentin Tarantino as well, and the huge directors all over the world. Because if you want to have an actor in your movie who's portraying this character who is Polish guy, I think you have to go deeper inside to the spirit of the character, of the mindset of the
1000%.
You know, and probably that was a reason why they try to find someone from Poland.
1000%. Because, for example, if in America there is a coffee shop and you see a person enter that is from Poland, you recognize it, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Same Italian.
For me, when I go to a coffee place, even if they don't talk, if there is an Italian that enter in the coffee shop, from the way he's acting,
yes, the body language.
I always say to my friend, that guy, you see it, is Italian.
Yeah.
How do you know? Listen. Hey, ciao, bella.
Yeah, of course.
Like, oh,
Of course, that's something
that's the
unique.
point.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful in the world that
Absolutely.
we exist.
It's this color that we bring with
It's
us
everything
from
it's
our country.
It's vibe, it's culture, it's value. It's kind
Absolutely.
of
Makes so much sense.
yeah. So anyway, I got it in an email, and I said to my agent, I said like, okay, that's fine. I'm totally, shocked, but I'm gonna do this. I will do that. I don't know how, but I feel that I will do that. And he said like, but we don't know yet nothing about it. Like we don't have a script, we don't have nothing. And I say like, Maciek, because it was his name. Come on, it's Hollywood. It's Tarantino movie. You don't have to worry about nothing else. It just wait and get ready and prepare yourself. And that was my challenge. That was a real challenge to me. So I start to find things about Polanski right away, immediately. After this email, I start to preparing myself. Research everything. It means everything, really, like interviews, book Roman by Polanski, his autobiography, his movies, Dick Cavett show, those days from 1970 something, 1965, I guess, when he got an interview with Sharon Tate in Playboy Mansion, Hugh Hefner's place. And I just immediately saw that interview and I said like, this is it. I see him. Now I have to study his voice, how he move himself, how his body language, of course. Of course, I heard about Polanski. This is a different story because I tell you really, really fast. Because when I was like 18 years old, there is a Polish play, Zemsta, which Revenge. And 2018 is exactly the year in which Polanski directed Revenge as a movie. And he was playing the main character, Papkin. It's a comedy about two different families. It's something like Molière. And when I saw it in 2008, when I was 18, my teacher from theater, he said like, we should do the play. We have to do the play, the Revenge, and you're gonna play Polanski.
Aha.
I mean Papkin. And that was the sign.
Connection.
That was a connection. I couldn't expect what will come like 10 years after, or 12 years.
Incredible.
After. And I did it. So that was great theater, the play, because we play it a few times. Yeah, so Polanski did it, and I of course I watched it again, but then I didn't know much about Polanski, to be honest. I watched, of course, movies like Knife in the Water, Chinatown, but not like Tenet, not all those beautiful things which he created, which he directed. So I started to learn that, to know that, to look how he worked, even because you have like behind the scenes from the Vampire Killers, where you see him directing that movie with Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
So I just try to feel it. Like I was asking the questions, because that's my method, quite like Chekhov, quite Stanislavski, when you have to feel the character, you have to become the character. But if you want to do that, like 100%, you have to ask your character who you are, where you are, why you're here, what for, like what's the reason that you're doing this and that. So those were the questions that it was my, let's say, private dialogue, conversation with Polanski. And it was easier to me because he's still alive. And I just to start to talk like him. And then after a few, I think like 2 or 3 weeks, Hollywood sent another email with audition, with a scene. But it
The
wasn't
script of the
like
audition.
just a scene,
Just the scene.
just the two of
Yeah.
the scenes. But it wasn't an email. There was a instruction that the one like company will send it, and how to get it, after NDA signing. So I was waiting for the courier, for the guy, outside, like every day, almost checking UPS or something like that. And finally I got it. So I immediately opened this yellow envelope, like a treasure, because we don't have yellow envelopes in Poland. We have like, the same in Italy, like it's normal. And that was a part of Hollywood for me. Even that small thing that I was grateful that I have this envelope. So I open it and immediately read the scene. And there was a scene from Playboy Mansion. I didn't know that. Perfect. I couldn't, make like a future telling,
Perfect for you.
So I said like, okay, I have to prepare myself. So I start to read it and what's there, and I have to tell you that this was actually the world, Tarantino's world, like already. You can feel everything. You can smell. You can hear the voices, like music, the crowd, everything. But I was based only on this scene. I didn't know what happened before, what will happen next. So I ordered, because there was two scenes, like me with a dog and in a robe, and again in a Playboy Mansion. So I put a suit on, like a vest or something, for one, and I asked my friend, DP, Grucha, to help me with that, to give me lines, like Sharon Tate's lines from behind the camera, and we just do that. We just make it like self-tape. And another thing is that I ordered a robe which was exactly like a Hugh Hefner style. The material and the scent. And I was like, Polanski would have this robe. I was thinking like that.
For sure.
And by the way, when I was in Hollywood after that, I was already with this robe on the rooftop when I used to live. And everybody was like, this is Polanski style, totally Polanski style. I said, yeah, I don't know. And I did it, the self-tape audition. And I just did make two versions of every scene and just sent back right away to Hollywood, to casting director, to Vicky. And my agent called me and, did you do that? And I said like, yeah, I sent it. What? Why did you send it? I want to see it. But why? Do you understand that Tarantino is watching it? That he's a director, not you, not me. I did whatever I could. It on this time, for this moment, that's the best I could do. And he's like, maybe you're right. And I was so extremely excited about that. And I said like, okay, let's what's done, it's done. And what's going to happen, like, will happen. And que sera, sera, And after a few days.
What will be, will be.
Yeah, what will be, will be. And after a few days, they sent an email, and my agent called me and asked like, are you sitting or standing? I said like, no, I'm just preparing my apartment to rent. And he said like, so sit down, you got it. You got it. You're gonna play Polanski
in Tarantino last movie.
So in a minute I was like, destroy myself, like crying, smiling, laughing, screaming.
Oh my!
And my battery, my phone died, like because I forgot to charge my phone.
Perfect timing.
I was like, okay, doesn't matter. But I sat down. I remember that moment. I said like, okay, I'm so excited, but now I have to work. I have to prepare myself. I have to do 100% be ready to do whatever they want.
My diligence, the best I can.
The best I can, yeah. And of course, I felt like wings are growing in a second. Like my wings are growing, but it was important not only to work with Tarantino and those incredible like actors, but to me that meant like that was something that I said like, okay, Raf, that means that your work and your preparation for this moment was truly well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like you work hard and you deserve it, and you're in the right place on the right time. So now don't think about it. Don't think about the success. Be humble, stay grounded, and try to try to not thinking about it
And cry every moment.
And every thought was like crying, like crying. But then, okay, deep breath, and let's go again. Let's go again. Let's see something more with Polanski. Try to understand how much he loves Sharon Tate. How big that, because the thing is that he escaped. He survived the Second World War. He had so many bad like days, bad years, communism, fear, the Soviet system, and somehow he transformed those fears, those feelings into the movies, into his movies. And when he got to Hollywood, he was like the biggest director in Hollywood those days. So that was so close to me, because I understood that I'm gonna play Roman Polanski, who those days in Hollywood was the biggest name, the hottest name. All actors wanted to work with him. And now Tarantino is the hottest name in
That's
Hollywood.
right.
And everyone want to work with him.
That's
like
right.
me. Like why? Like
And any other Hollywood celebrity and big actor want to work with Tarantino.
Yes, like with Polanski. So I said to myself, like, yeah, that's I think it's under the skin. This vibe, this blood is running with this energy.
Unbelievable. And when did you learn the other cast? Because the cast is insane. The Leonardo DiCaprio,
Well,
Brad Pitt, Kurt Russell,
so
Margot
those-
Robbie. When did you learn the other names?
So I think it was like I only knew that in 2018 when I got finally the confirmation that I got this job. There was on IMDb only, I think it was like only Leo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie. But really, believe me or not,
Only
believe me or
Leonardo
not,
DiCaprio and Margot Robbie.
Believe me or not,
Not a big deal.
I just look at that only once, I think, because it would be too much. If I would realize that I'm gonna work with them, I would never jump like to the plane, go to the plane and fly there. It would be too much for reality. Because it was like a dream. It was kind of sci-fi.
Absolutely.
For me.
Can you imagine, and actually you can because you did it, to come from Europe as an actor and go to Hollywood and be in a movie with Quentin Tarantino, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Kurt Russell, and Margot Robbie?
That's another story.
This
I'm
is
gonna
a
tell
dream
you.
for
I'm gonna
sure.
tell you exactly what you said right now, because that was a conversation with me and Brad Pitt on the LAX, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So what you just said, it was like we've been filming one scene on the LAX, and in the meantime, we just have some time. So Brad Pitt was like standing like next to the like wall or something, and I was there as well, and he said like only two of us, and he said like, wait, Rob, like you wanna just tell me, like, how did you get this part? I mean, you living in LA? Are you living here? And I say like, well, no, it's really strange, but he found me in Poland, in Warsaw, where I live and work, and brought like he took like big, like deep breath, like, wait a minute, you wanna tell me that you flew over the world from Warsaw to LA, and you just step in the biggest set in the movie, like in the world, and work with Tarantino, and we here, and you're here, and it's your first time here? I said, yeah. And he said, like, how lucky you are, man. It's a gift. It's a sign. I had to work, like, I was working on it like 20 years to get a bigger part. You have like that. I said, like, well, maybe I have a good angel or something.
That's
like
right.
That, yeah.
Well,
that was something that I remember, because it wasn't like it was something else, deeper, that told me that no matter where you live, no matter from where you are, if you work hard, if you work on it, and you have this kind of big dreams and you believe in it, and you're humble and you're good for other people around you, you're gonna be there one day.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it happens. Before I forget, did you ever met Roman Polanski? I want to ask you this.
So I've never met Polanski before 2018, because there was no chance to
But
do
you
that.
did meet it?
But after the movie, while we've been filming a movie, there was I was there from August to October, I guess, until my birthday party. And in August, Polanski's got a birthday. So I decided to send a letter and write that I can't say what I'm doing because NDA, I couldn't say.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like right few days before they announced that I play Polanski. So the thing is that they announced that I'm playing Polanski after 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there already. Mm-hmm. So nobody knows. My parents knows.
Mm-hmm.
And
but it's a secret.
Yeah,
we can say it to anybody.
No.
Yeah, it was a secret. It's a secret.
No, it's a secret. And but honestly, I didn't tell anybody. Like I was so afraid. I remember one situation. Actually.
So you wrote to Polanski.
Yeah, but I tell you that I remember we had a dinner, some dinner with a friend's house, in a friend's house, and I just step in there like in a black shirt and glasses and long hair because I was already preparing the sideburns. How we name it? Sideburns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for the character, but I couldn't tell anybody. And there was a TV
producer.
There was a show about my friend.
Okay.
And I didn't know that because it was something for breakfast TV, something like about him, and I didn't know that. And he's a musician, and so I entered that, and they were filming like on live, And first word he said, "Mr. Polanski, hello," and I was like, "Oh my God, how he know that I'm playing Polanski? Nobody knows that." So I was so shocked and so afraid about that and the camera is rolling,
At the same time,
live. And I said like, no, I'm Rafael and so on. And later on, they turned off the camera and I asked the producer, can you just cut this from this material? Because
nobody knows, it's a secret.
I didn't tell that nobody knows because I couldn't tell. But I said like something like, I don't think I feel good with this connection me to. There was some crazy things that I had to say and they cut it.
Oh.
And they cut it.
How did he know?
He didn't know.
What?
He didn't know. He just like that.
Connect
like
You
know,
polish and Roman Polanski, and you look like him.
I look
Wow.
like him because I look like him.
That's
you know,
crazy.
with those hair done and so on. And
Unbelievable.
maybe I was moving like him. I don't know because I was working on it like
Crazy.
from 2 months before.
Crazy.
You know. Yeah. So then they announced that, and before I wrote a letter to Polanski and happy birthday and so on. And I can't say why I'm in Hollywood, but maybe there will be a chance to meet and talk about it. And after a few months after that, next year around May, I've been in Paris and on a birthday party of one of my friends, and they are good friends. So he invited Polanski as well.
Oh, wow.
And he said, "Hey, Roman, do you know that this guy is a better version of you?" And I said, "Oh, master, it's an honor to meet you." And he said, "Yeah, you look good. You look good. You look good." And we start to talk, and obviously he knows already because Tarantino was talking with him about the movie before, and he agreed, of course. And then another meeting we had after the movie released, and he was like really happy, and he said that he's good with that. Yeah.
And so you did a good job.
Yeah, I heard that from Sharon Tate's sister, Deborah Tate. We are friends, and they are friends with Roman as well, of course, because there was a incredible tragedy to him and to her family as well. And she said that Roman liked it.
The performance.
Yeah.
I love it.
And but for me was the most important thing was that to work with Tarantino.
That's right. And that's my next question. What do you think Tarantino does different from the other actors? Because you had experience, unbelievable experience, to be an actor that Tarantino is working with you in his movies. So you can compare, you can remember. What do you think is special? What was your feeling of Quentin Tarantino as a director?
So many feelings, so many different things and thoughts. But first is how deeply he's prepared and how huge imagination he has. Like, he's creating his world in his own reality, which is here, and then he's putting on the paper a few times while he's writing a script. And I felt it. In the very first moment I saw him, I met him. It wasn't on the set yet. He was totally in the movie. He was 100% in that story. This movie, I guess that every movie he directed, he's taking care like a baby, like his child. And if you know him, when I met him, I saw that exactly this world, this so many memories like now.
And this movie, especially this movie, Rafael, because it's a collage of all the memories from him. Every single shot means something for him, first of all. This is very different, it's a unique movie for him. There are so many meanings in every single shot.
In every single, in the glass, in everything, in the set, in the places, everywhere.
Unbelievable. And I think also his unbelievable knowledge of movies, 360s, everywhere.
Yeah, from everywhere, like spaghetti western,
everything,
Polish cinematography,
everything.
Vaida, we have this kind of joke in Poland that the first AD is coming, like the director assistant is coming to the director and says that, okay, we have done everything. The camera is set, lights there, the set is done 100%. Can we film it? And the director says, okay, we've done everything. Everything looks beautiful, and now actors will come and will ruin it. So Tarantino isn't like that. He
Of
loves
course.
actors.
Absolutely.
Actors are his best friends.
Yeah, primary tool.
Primer. That's nothing else. Nothing else
Absolutely.
matters.
How should
And
be.
that was my experience too
love it.
with working with him.
Yeah.
It's not only I met and adore like Margot Robbie and Leo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. All of them was on the same level.
I love it.
All of us was on the same level to be
Part.
a family.
Yeah.
Tarantino's family. That was the first sentence he said to me. Like I said, like, "Hello, I'm Rafael," and he said, like, "Welcome to the Tarantino's family." And I said, like, "Yeah, can I
love
hug
it.
you?" Yeah, this is Margot Robbie, your wife, and this is Damon Herriman. He's portraying Charlie Manson, and this is Emil Hirsch. Isn't it funny that we see all you guys together in one place?
With this crazy energy, right?
Yeah, with this crazy. And I was like, "Oh my god."
It's happening.
Oh my god, it's not a dream. Is it a dream or not? And then
I love
Margot
it.
came to me and said, "Hey, I'm Margot," and I said, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be your husband. I'm gonna be the best husband in your life."
I love it.
And she said, like, "Yeah, do you want some water or something?"
Lucky you.
We had a incredible like relationship with Margot, and I'm so grateful for that. She's amazing. She's a great actress. She's from Australia, and she knows what does it mean to work hard, to be there. And now she's like Marilyn Monroe of those days,
Right.
but in the best version.
Mm-hmm.
Really in the best version.
I agree 1000%. And I'm sure that you were a witness of Tarantino when the camera flip. So I was in some movie set of Tarantino, and I witnessed that with my eyes as well. And I was shocked. And I'm sure that you witnessed exactly the same thing because you were one of his actors. When the camera flip, when the camera move, and there is some time off, he takes actors in a side and he play a game. And the game is about question, about actors and movies.
Yes.
And it's a quiz, and everybody, all the crew and everybody there,
Yes.
and I was there, very curious, will see who win. And Quentin goes, in that movie, I don't know, Love Boat, 19, da, 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 da. There is an actor in this scene that, who are the two actors? And the guy need to answer. And then the other actor do a question back.
Yeah.
And the first one that lose, the other guy win. And I remember that I saw him playing this game with the for me, the biggest moment of all these games were when he played with Kurt Russell
Oh my god.
in the Eightful Eight. Because Kurt Russell,
It's one ball after another.
that's right, because Kurt Russell is an actor from when he was 7.
And
He
knows.
did everything. He did so many things. He met so many people. His memory is
It
great.
was a challenging.
It was such a challenge, and he was so nice. Kurt Russell was very nice, laughing, but very competitive.
Yeah.
And so one question from Quentin was coming, and Kurt Russell was like,
I
know the answer.
I know the answer.
And then
but
Kurt
maybe
Russell
you're
asked
gonna
the
answer.
question, and they went back and forth so much, and I was like, look what I'm witnesses.
Yeah.
These two guys are giant of knowing movie making,
Yeah.
but for me.
French, Italian,
everything. But for
Spanish,
me,
yeah.
Quentin Tarantino was like a recorder of the movies that he saw. A recorder.
Yeah.
I think he recorded in his brain the movie
absolutely.
that he can think, rewind in his like a VHR. And play back and then give you the answer.
Yeah.
Because the details for me when I was there,
And
I
never
wish that
checking-
everybody in the world will be able to see what I saw in the set. He was able to take the movie and tell you all the details as he saw the movie the night before.
Yeah.
For every single answer.
Yeah.
I never saw anything like that.
That's true.
I'm sure that he played that game.
Of course, with Margot, and I was like, honestly,
Did he play the game with you?
I was embarrassed because I was like,
I don't know nothing compared.
Oh my god, I know nothing about the movies.
I would feel
I
embarrassed.
mean,
too, you're
comparing,
right. Same.
comparing this
I don't know
guy,
nothing
this
compared to him.
genius.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what I can talk about is like Polish cinematography, but he knows them. And once we
Better than me.
And no, I mean, I know, but once we were talking about it, about Vaida, and we were like, he knows that I know more, probably, like, you know, because I'm from Poland.
Yeah.
But I know that he knows everything, like, about this director and that director, Kieślowski, and all of them. So yeah, there was like that. Yeah, that was. I was there.
Impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was really impressed.
Because that is crazy.
And you know, for me, was again, it's like I'm from Poland, and they start to talk about such names like Scorsese, Anderson, Woody Allen, Nolan, and this and that and that. For me, like the biggest names.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like normal conversation about friends.
Yes.
About, you know, it's Peter there, and there's a Jack there.
Yeah.
Those moments were priceless.
Insane.
Yeah, priceless.
I bet.
And we had this conversation, another one with Margot and with Leo and Tim Monique, dialect coach and producers, that we were sitting in a Polanski's house.
Yeah, and I want to remember, audience, that when Rafael say with Leo, he means Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Not just a Leo, you know, from...
Yeah.
No, Leo for him is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Just want to say that. Yeah,
And,
go ahead, sorry.
maybe I say Leo because I say Leo to you as well.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, Leonardo
very close
DiCaprio, but
friends.
he's so humble and so great guy like you, man.
I love it.
Yeah. And so while we were sitting there, they were talking about Wolf of Wall Street. And was like, "Are you talking about Wolf of Wall Street? Wall Street?" And they say, "Yeah." And someone said, "But do you remember the book?" Wow, I was like, "It's so boring, this book. I didn't know how we gonna film it." And then the movie is brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, it's awesome. And you remember that scene? Oh yeah, I remember. Margot says, like, "Hey, I remember. It was like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. like now."
Yeah,
like,
the scene that they had together, I still remember.
Oh
I still remember right now.
Yeah, in the table when they are
it's
meeting.
very powerful.
I mean, there are.
Yeah, I remember the scene that I remember is when they are in that room. And
oh yeah, well,
it's the scene that I remember the most.
Now it's about Wall Street.
I know.
It's about the wolf.
It's an amazing movie.
It's about the wolf. It's not about the meat.
Yes, but it's an amazing movie. I really like it.
Actually, it's about the meat as well on the stock.
It's about everything.
It's about everything.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but so true. Like,
was any surprise for you with Quentin Tarantino that you didn't know before? There was anything that you're like, "Oh, I'm surprised that he does that, or he does it in this way."
You know, what was surprising to me was that how he created his world. That was something that I didn't experience before, because normally on the set before you have problems, you have too much tension, too much pressure, that we don't have time, we don't have this. And here everything was prepared before, like preparation process was so great before.
That's a good point.
That he could change whatever he want on a set, like that. Because if you have camera on you and you have the background, and then you know the place where you shoot, then you can change whatever you want, because you know exactly how it would be like there. And few times he changed it like that. He did it in 15 minutes, like move 120 degrees the set in 15 minutes, lights, everything, camera. And the director of photography, Robert Richardson, incredible,
multi-Oscars winner. It's a painter. It's crazy.
He was like, "Okay, yeah, Quentin, sure,
Yeah.
we can."
I
and of course, William Clark.
William Clark. First legendary first AD.
I love William.
Papa Will is
William
crazy.
is a legend. He's a legend.
I know him.
I mean,
well.
I have to say that, because maybe I would now I would have another chance to tell that, but that's true. Whole crew, like makeup artist department, costume designer Ariane Phillips, Heba, makeup, and her crew, everybody there were in the movie, in the reality. Nothing else. Nothing like Hollywood in 2018. They were, you see, that's right.
Yeah.
The light is coming. You see, that's a sign.
It's
That's
a very big sign.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know why he changed it, but sometimes
Don't
there are
ask why. It's
interference.
just, it's a
sign.
ghost. It's a ghost.
It's a sign in our studio.
Yeah. It's from Tarantino reality. That's another thing actually. And I was so shocked that you can breathe. You can.
Also, there was a
be
light
in the
changing.
moment.
Sorry for people that are only hearing. There was a light changing on the.
on the Leo Saves the World.
Yes, it was
And
crazy
I
sign.
said that it was a sign
But go ahead.
from the audience.
Go ahead.
And they were so prepared before, like they knew everything about costumes, about the scenes, about that, and about all of us actually. That we could be in the moment, be present 100% in this reality.
Right.
Like when the lights go up, the camera's like rolling, and from the very beginning moment when Quentin is saying action, there's nothing else. There's only this world inside. And to me it was like being on a moon. Like to be on a moon. I
believe it.
And Quentin always, when we've been filming, I don't know how was it on the other set, on the other movies they shot, but he's always close to you. He's always with you, behind the camera, not like in the tent somewhere there, in the other room or something. Even when we had the car scenes, like we are driving around in the Cielo Drive and so on, that's how much he loves actors.
He loves us so much. I don't know how much you know Richardson, the DP, and how close you've been with her, but I have a story that is so funny. I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't know which movie was that. I think it was again the Eightful Eight, but I'm not sure. And I was with Papa Will and William Clark, that is the first AD of Quentin and all his movies.
Hello, Willie.
Will is
You're
the
gonna
best.
watch it.
Papa Will is the best. Is the best human being in the planet Earth.
Kill Bill.
It's the best. But anyway, he was introduced me all his crew. First AD is him, and then second AD, second, and all the young people. And then, introducing all this stuff, Bob, Richardson, come. And I thought was the second or a guy like that. So I go next to him and I'm like, hey, how are you, man? How's it going? All good? And, knocking him on the side. Good job. Like cheering.
Yeah.
He was doing. And in fact, Bob, I took him so in a surprise that he looked at me like this. He gave me a look and he was thinking probably, who in the world is this guy and what does he want? He didn't see one word in the beginning. He saw me with big eyes and he's like, good, everything is good. And then he left.
That was Bobby Richardson.
But William Clark was there next to me. Look at me like incredulous and I'd say, do you know who was that guy? And I'm like, who was that? Your second, your assistant? That was Bob Richardson. Multi-Oscar winners, genius of light. And I was like, oops, because I didn't give a face yet in my life, in my career. I never met him in person. I saw all his movies.
Of course, and
I am one of your big fan, Bob. I mentioned you so many times in conversation with other directors. Even one time with
his genius.
With other big directors like Alfonso Cuarón. I name you so many times. And the day that I met him in person, hey, what's up, dude? It was amazing. The set of Quentin Tarantino are amazing. They're so amazing that
I spent some time with them in Poland because they came to Poland to the Torrent, to the film festival, one of the biggest one and the best one for directors of photography and people behind the camera, and they came there in 2019, I guess, and they had double award, something like that, for a DP and director award, like Bobby and Juan, and was
That's
beautiful.
crazy.
That was incredible.
And for me it was so insane that sometimes we were going in late during the night because overtime, and William will come to me and say, Leo, today we're gonna go overtime. Kind of like, go away, Leo, it's done. And I didn't want to go anywhere. And my feeling was, think about, we are in a Quentin Tarantino movie. We are going overtime. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
For everybody on set, for all the crew, all the
That's
assistant,
true.
all the camera operators, second camera operators, everybody that love cinema
Where
so
you want
much.
to be else?
Where do you want to
Where
go
do you wanna
else?
go? Yeah.
You come to Hollywood to try to be in the biggest
That's
movie
right.
set in the world, and
That's
you
right.
are. So where do you want to go? When he told me we're going to do overtime, I was thinking,
Yeah. Please.
yeah.
Please.
And who cares?
I want to be there.
Yeah, tell me, give me one name of one person here that want to be tonight somewhere else.
No.
There are none.
No.
So these are very special occasions.
Because he's not gonna be here again.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino movie set is a really, I felt a very unique, for me, experience of, that's it. Where else do you want to be? Oh, again, the light
That's
changed.
right.
That's
right.
That's another sign.
Yeah.
That's another sign.
Yeah.
Guys, for the second time, and this never happened before.
But I believe in it.
Changed.
You have to believe. If you're an actor, if you're a director, probably the same. You have to believe. In something that doesn't exist yet.
Yes.
Or it's like with the God. You can't see him, but if you believe that he exists, you see him in every person. Everywhere, in the mountains, in Provo.
Yes.
In LA.
Yeah, everywhere.
And that was actually that was the same feeling with Quentin. I saw that why was it unique? Why everyone want to be there? And probably it's the same situation with Scorsese, and say because he believes in this world, that you can see this world
like crazy.
And what was surprising to me as well was about the production, that they were on the set all the time. The production, like Shannon McIntosh or Georgia, producer, and they were so passionate about that. 100%. Even if there was like 3 a.m., 4 a.m., they were saying like, "Oh, sorry, it was so late, so long. Sorry about that." To the crew, to every people, to everyone, like, sorry about that. Sleep well and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry that it's
it was
too
like
late.
Okay,
sorry for what? This is the place where I wanna be.
Yeah, and
forever.
And you have be. I mean, that was another lesson to me. Like, that you're creating this, and you're part of it. So if you want to have it in the 100%, the best, you have to be in 100%.
I agree 1000%.
So,
and we need to absolutely mention Mr. Cooper. That's a photographer of scene.
He's a ghost.
He's a friend of us.
Yeah.
But not only because he's a friend of us, he's the best set photographer that I've ever seen in my life. I'm not saying because he's a friend of us. It's because I saw his work.
Almost every movie, the biggest movie, like Tarantino's movie, almost all of them.
Unbelievable.
He was on a set. He was present.
Unbelievable.
And he was present, but you would never feel that he is there.
Yeah.
He's so let's say he's not disturbing you, like he's not destroying something like the set or something. He's like a ghost, like an air with silence, like the silent kind.
Do you know his website? Because we really need to tell the audience the website. Do you know his website where he have all his works? What is his website? Do you remember?
I know. I'll tell you later.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually he put a lot of things now on Instagram as well.
Okay.
But if you go and find Andrew Cooper, we're gonna see. So
because his pictures are amazing.
the poster, like the movie posters, are his
pictures.
His pictures.
Unbelievable. And I have a story with him as well. He was the first person to approach me when I went to Quentin Tarantino set. And I went to the set, and he come to me and he said, "Hi, who are you?" And he was very polite, and he was so curious. And then we start to talk about it.
I love
it. And you know what Quentin told me once? I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but
we don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. But Quentin told me, I really like Mr. Cooper because his eye, he's really a good eye, and sometimes I'm observing him where he put the camera to take these pictures. Because I know that there is something there that is worth it to go to check. And so sometimes I think he go to check, where Andrew put the camera and maybe put his camera to have one extra shot of the scene from that interesting angle point of view of another person, of Andrew, that is a genius.
Andrew is a genius. His
photography.
His eye is brilliant.
It's amazing.
Whenever we
this story.
And whenever we have a meeting, like a coffee or whatever, with him or with his family, we're talking like hours about life, about movies, about
unbelievable person,
about relationship, and about people, and about Poland, and about everything. But I love talking with them.
Such a good energy, an incredible good energy.
Yeah, and then funny because last time, like a few days ago, he grabbed his camera, of course, with him for a meeting, and he started to take photos. And I said, and he said, look how beautiful light is there behind Rafael, to his son. And I said, now I understand. Now I understood, Andrew. It's not about me. It's about the light, always.
Of course, a photographer is always about the light.
So it's not about the character. It's about the light.
Amazing. Do you remember other surprise even in the set of the movie that you were very surprised to find out, to realize? How was the pace? Were you guys shooting relatively fast, you think, or you took your time?
Of course,
I know that Quentin had an incredible infinity preparation on all of this, on everything, all the details, right?
Yeah.
So how was the pace, and what other surprise do you remember from the set?
Yeah, I agree. There was a time. The time was enough to prepare, to get ready, to shoot. But for me it was only few days, 14 or 15 days.
So they went so fast, I bet, because you want to know so much.
No, not really, because it was 1 day or 2 days in August, then a week off, then coming back. So it was back and forward. But I can tell you how they work on another scenes. But let's say the airplane. We shot in an airplane, the Panama Airlines, something like that. But the jumbo jet. Yeah. And actually, in the scene, there is a guy who is the owner of Panama Airlines.
Wow.
Yeah, when Sharon Tate is dancing, Margot Robbie is dancing, Roman is sitting with some drink or something, and he just look around what's going on, sitting cool because he knows his wife is dancing there, so he don't have to worry about that. So he's looking around the people, and I think it was 1 or 2 shots, and of course there is Tony Basil, the incredible personality, and she was our dance teacher on the set. She was preparing all dances with Leo, Margot, me, on the Hugh Hefner mention as well, on the pool party. And I think it was 1 or 2 takes, something like that, and it was it's done, because he knew everything. It was small space and so. But there are also scenes that you don't have in the movie yet, because we shot 3 other scenes. One of them is so beautiful.
And I remember very well that the version that Quentin showed at the premiere in Cannes that I watch is so different from the one in the theater. It's longer, more scene.
And his
voiceover rather than Kurt Russell. And I think his voiceover was amazing.
Yeah.
He was like the soul of the movie because that is his movie.
That was his masterpiece.
I think the Cannes Film Festival version, whoever watched it, he watched something incredible that will never be possible to watch again.
I think he should won. I think that movie should won. I think that.
But it was a crazy experience because after the movie was a different movie, and I think that version with Quentin was unique, an experience that we experience and nobody else.
Yeah, and I believe that he will release the director's cut.
Oh, beautiful!
Like I believe in it.
With more scenes.
I don't know if it's
because you were in much more scenes.
Not
in
only
that
me.
First
Come
cut.
on, Tim Roth was there.
You're right.
He was the butler.
You're right.
Emil Hirsch character, and his cut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I was so surprised in Cannes, that such a great actor.
Yeah, I know.
So for me, was like, come on, I'm there.
Yeah, but sometimes the rhythm of the movie,
of course,
you gotta cut things that you don't like to cut.
It's the director who decides.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
1000%.
100%.
There are reasons. Yeah,
and
my question is also, and this is very curious for me. Do you remember the exactly first moment you stepped for the first time on set?
No.
I can imagine your tension and everything, but the first time.
First time.
Tell me the feeling.
I remember, of course, and that's a funny story, I think, because that was the first moment on the set with Margot, with other cast.
Which scene was? Tell us exactly.
That was a scene. I'm gonna put coffee in a coffee pot, like a French press.
Yeah, I remember that.
And so the thing is,
that was your first moment.
That was my first moment, but not that scene.
Okay.
Which you see in a movie, because Quentin chose another place for that scene. So I was ready in the robe, everything. I knew what's going on. So we've been preparing it and starting to shoot it. And Quentin came to me and said, like, I was talking to Roman Polanski once, and I asked him what was the music he was listening to those days, and he answered me he was listening to the radio. And Quentin said, yeah, so that's the story. And he left.
Amazing.
And I said, like, oh my God. Like, it opened everything, because
I love it.
So when I was preparing myself to work with Quentin, to portray, to play the character of Roman Polanski, I not only was like studying the movies and the book and so, but I was also listening to the Boss radio, because I knew that it was huge in 1968, 1969, those days. And you have such a great music there. And the radio is everything for them those days. Radio was the world. You could hear about the traffic, about the weather, what Lynch does after that. And about people, about Hollywood, about the world, everywhere. And you could listen to great hits, the best of the best. So when Tarantino told me that was a let's say director's I don't know how to say, like director's the sign or the direction for the character, and then you say like, oh yeah, that's a direction. He was listening to the radio. It means he was one of them. He was living here. He was checking what are they saying about him, maybe, or just listening to the radio, the music. Like he knows Mamas Papas. They were together, like, you know, celebrating, like going out together with Mamas Papas, Mama Cas, and those guys. You know, that was brilliant. That was incredible. And then open everything. But after that, he said, Quentin came again and he said, I don't like this background here. We have to shoot it in other place.
Again.
I
love it. And I would say, yes, master,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Change every single scene
Okay,
so
we're
I can
gonna
spend
we're
so
gonna
much more time with you.
Okay. That's fine.
Made you very happy to spend
Yeah,
more
that was
time
my
with Quentin Tarantino.
yeah, that was my first day. That
I
was
love
my
it.
first day on the set, ready to go with my eye lens on because I had to have eye lens, like different color because I got the blue eyes and Polanski's are the brown eyes like you.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I had the brown
don't
eyes, I
remember
had
this
a
detail.
wig ready, and my of course sidebars was mine. And this robe and everything was perfect, but we had to find another day for it.
I love
And
it.
we did it actually. And we shot it like it is in a movie.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
And I remember I was so shocked and I didn't expect that he's gonna talk to you during the shooting. He is the voice of the scene, and I was so shocked because I didn't know that. So when I was there sitting on the next to the table, he started to talk to me like, yeah, now scratch your leg, and I was like, sir, and he's like, don't look at me, I said, oh, okay, yeah. I was so embarrassed about it because I had no idea if I did something wrong or something. I didn't expect that, you know. And
That's
that's
exactly
what Lynch is doing,
Yeah.
was doing, and Quentin is doing probably too. Like,
Yeah. Oh, the light again. Oh,
my
today
God.
is the day.
Oh my God,
Unbelievable.
it's a day of light.
Yeah, this today is the day of the messages from people that they want to tell us something from the other side, because the light went on and off again, guys. Unbelievable. But you know what? They all learned, I think, from the most famous person that did is the director of La Dolce Vita,
Of course,
Federico Fellini.
Fellini.
Was very famous because all his movies are dubbed.
Yeah.
So he was able to talk during filming all the time. Look at
Right.
left, look at right.
Right.
Now smile, now serious. Touch your,
Yeah.
your knees,
Yeah.
and then sit
I-
down. Great. Think about something sweet. He was constantly talking to them.
Honestly, I love that way.
I love it.
I love it
so much.
because
I do it very
in-
much, many times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course.
Myself.
Yeah, of course. But of course, if you're an actor and if you're in a scene, you know probably everything about it. But you're open. You're not. It doesn't mean that you're 100% ready for your part for lines, but you have to be open for what will come to you. Like for example, we crashed this cup, which you didn't expect to break, to put it on the floor or something in some emotional way, an emotional scene between people maybe, and some actors can be like scared about that. Oh, sorry, and they can stop the take, but you can do it. You have to take it like it's a gift from
1000%.
from this reality, from this world, from this other world.
I love it so much. Do you have, I want to talk about these incredible actors too, one by one. Do you have, how was to work with Leonardo DiCaprio? And do you have a conversation that you keep it for yourself very well, that you remember that conversation with him?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was a gift. That I think that was like I could learn so much from them, from Leonardo DiCaprio, from Brad Pitt, about one conversation I told you before, like with Brad, and we had the other stories. I have other things as well. We spent a few days because we've been filming. Our scenes were close, like I'm a neighbor. We are neighbors. And we've been talking a lot about Poland as well, because he was like in 2018, I guess. He was just before the premiere of Struggle by Szukalski, about the Polish artist who was his grandfather, actually, not like a family, but like a friend of the family, and he used to name him like grandfather. And he dedicated the part in Titanic for him, like for Szukalski. And that's a great documentary movie, by the way. And we've been talking about it, and then Brad Pitt came to us, and what are you talking about? And we said like about Shukalsky, and he was inspiring by Geiger, and Geiger was inspiring for creating. Then the alien, the monster was based on Geiger, and Geiger was on Shukalsky, and there was a circle. And Brad Pitt said like, "Oh, I didn't know that. Nice, guys, nice. He was Polish, yeah, he's Polish, yeah." And you're Polish as well? Yeah, I'm Polish as well. Wow, nice. That's good. Okay, let's go then. We have to work, something like that. That was but few of them like on the set, and we were like, I was like, standing there. The way how I met Leo is incredible too, because that was before I started to shoot, and they were already shooting. They were already shooting a movie. One of the really few scenes they shot in a studio, because around 75% it's real locations.
Yeah,
and few of them were studio, like something there. And so I came to the set because Quentin wanted to see the costume, the wig. So I came there with Damon Herriman, who's portraying Manson. So he was like Charlie Manson and me, Roman Polanski, together, standing and waiting for Quentin.
Very weird.
And and we got there in the meantime between lunch or something, and Quentin came to us like, yeah, that's cool, with Aaron Phillips, with Heba, makeup artist and costume designer, and checking if everything is like he wants. And he said, yeah, that's great. That's great. Let me tell you the story. And he started the story, like about actors that I remember, of course. So we are in a circle on the set, in a studio. And he's telling this story. So
Quentin, right?
Quentin is telling this story. And of course, it's my like third time that I'm with Quentin. So I don't want to give a shit or something like that, so I'm listening carefully. I don't understand anything, but I'm there.
Yes, super focused. And then I see on the left side somebody's coming. So I just start like do this, and and I said, oh shit, it's Leo. It's Leonardo DiCaprio in person. And I said like, oh my god, what to do? I was thinking, of course I have to stay here. Yes. Focus.
So he went behind. He was like listening what Quentin is talking about. Probably he heard that story, and he didn't want to maybe disturb, or he wanted to prepare himself to the other scene. But he was like looking at me like, who's this guy? And I just look this and say like, hey. And then he come back to Quentin, and he said the same. That was my very first meeting with Leonardo DiCaprio.
You did the same. You did the sign.
Yeah, and he did the same. Actors. I was like, oh, you're right. Hey, you're so stupid. Hey dude. Man, what did you do right now? Like you with Bobby.
Yes.
And then after that, there was a lunchtime, and I just got to the line right after Leonardo DiCaprio. And then he said like, hello, I'm Leonardo DiCaprio. And I said like, hello. Of course I know who you are. And he said, I know who you are. You're gonna play Polanski, is that right? And I said, yeah. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to be here. By the way, I heard about the Shukalsky, and we started to talk again about this for the first time about Shukalsky. And he said, how do you know that? I mean, because I know his history, because that's true. Like, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 months before I got email about Tarantino's movie. There was a documentary movie about Shukalsky, and my friend showed me that and we've been watching it together about Shukalsky. Like,
crazy.
Out of nowhere, like.
I love it so much. And the time that you met the first time Brad Pitt is when he come to you guys when you were talking, or
no? We was on a set. It was before on the set, because there was a dream as well, because it was like I had my own trailer on the set, on the camp. next to like Leonardo DiCaprio,
And
Brad
Brad Pitt.
Pitt, Margot Robbie, those big, huge trailers. And that was like somewhere there. We met there.
With
And
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, with Brad. Yeah.
And what did you talk for the first time? Do you remember?
Yeah, we've been talking about yeah, how was it? Because the later on we've been talking about this, how I got the job, the part. And before we've been like chatting about the set and about how beautiful it is here, to be here and run. And it's like, yeah, I mean, to work with you, of course, it's a great honor to me, like. And I have a gift for you as well from Poland, so I gave all of them some sweets, and
I love it.
yeah.
And I don't remember if we told the story in camera or not. Did we tell the story in camera of Brad Pitt telling you, "Do you realize how lucky you are?" Or was off camera?
It was here.
It's
it was today, Leo.
Yeah,
It was today.
I know. But I was with the microphone on or off. I forgot.
I think with on.
With microphone on. It's
yeah.
great. And do you remember the first time? Because we speak about these things all the time. I'm always confused if we record that or we didn't record that. Because this is our life.
all the time.
All the time.
Driving a car here.
And so,
talking.
do you remember the first time you met Margaret Robbins?
Margot
Robbins.
Robbie. As I said, that was something like I got to Hollywood. I put my luggage to the apartment in Hollywood Center, actually, next to Paramount, next to Warner Brothers, with a Hollywood sign next to the window. Like, I could see the Hollywood sign, which I saw before, like in a Beverly Hills, TV series 19210, or other movies. Like when I was a kid, I was watching a lot. And then it's right there. Like I can see it every day, every moment. And and just I started to cry. Honestly, when I got to the apartment, I just started to cry. And I got, that's a story. So on the table, I had a yellow envelope again, and a small one envelope again, and in a small one was like the instruction how to get where, like in the apartment, actually everything about it, and in the bigger envelope was another phone for me with a number. And schedule for the next day, an invitation for watching a movie with Quentin, because he had these private shows, like private evening, like movie time, and it was for the invitation for The Great Escape. Yeah.
That he want all the cast to watch.
Then who wants can join, because it's relative to the movie which we are working on.
That's right. That's exactly what I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, it's connected. It's kind of the background, and so I said like, yeah, of course I go there.
Yeah. Did he invite you at the New Beverly or at home?
No, it was in a production studio.
Yeah,
production office, and there was a private screening room.
Yeah, because he owns also a beautiful theater called the New Beverly.
He bought it.
Where he show a lot of good movies. Yeah. Anyway,
and so I went there, and that was the moment. Like I met him for the first time, and Margot.
Margot was there
at the same time. Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time you met her?
There was like, I was there, and then suddenly I see two girls are coming, actress, and I see like, oh, this is Margot Robbie, and she said like, hey Rafał, pleasure to meet you, and say like, oh my God, Margot, it's you, and yeah, you're gonna be my husband, I guess. Yeah, I'm still like, yeah, and you're gonna be my wife, and I assure you that I wanna be like the best husband in your movie life, in your life you have ever had. And she was so, yeah, let's grab some water and let's meet. Oh, and by the way, and there was like something like that, a hand on my back. I turned around and it was like big guy, like, hey, Rafał. It was Quentin.
Oh,
Welcome to the Tarantino's family. And I
you're
said,
like,
oh my
wow,
God.
that's crazy.
That's you, man. I wanna do whatever you want, 100% in the best way that I can do it.
Right.
I'm here for you.
This is so beautiful because I think also, of course, Margot is beautiful, is unbelievable, beautiful girl. But I think what strike me is how good actress she is. In every single movie, when she acting, I'm always stunned at first at her beauty, and then I'm like, but look at her!
Yeah.
Look how good actors.
Look,
acting.
Iconia.
Yes,
right?
it's crazy.
Which she made like
such a crazy combination.
It's another thing. It's what we've been talking about. It's a spirit. It's a gift. She's talented.
Right.
She has talent. She has this opportunity. She got it from her parents, from God even. Like, it's that she's available. She's open, and she loves to work.
Mm-hmm.
She loves it. She loves every day, like practicing, like acting lesson or accent lesson or dancing and so on. And I think she's like super talented and humble. Like
That's so good.
like people who are around you. She's like, she doesn't think that she's someone special.
And she's so beautiful and so
But
talented.
she's,
That's
like,
crazy.
that's why you know that she is
Yeah,
special.
she bright the room for sure.
Yeah,
When she enters
of course,
somewhere, when
of
she starts
course.
to acting, she's
Of course.
like the star of the
Of
room.
course, of course she is. But yeah, she's amazing, and in the same time, she's always also grateful for where she is.
Mhm.
We had this the scene when we were driving to the home back from somewhere, and there is a scene that we can see, like, first Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio, like Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth, and then through them there's a camera to us that we're just coming, chatting a little bit with each other, smiling, laughing, and go through the gate to our house. And we realized, like, I was like, in between, I said, like, Margot, is it real? I'm sitting here in this car, English Roadster, 1920, manual. You're sitting next to me. You're my wife in this movie. I'm playing Polanski. Next to us, in the other car, we can see Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, directed by Quentin Tarantino. Is it insane? Isn't it? And she's like, yes, Raf, I know what you mean. I have exactly the same feeling.
Oh, that's cute and nice that she said I have exactly the same feeling, because she
Yeah.
was already at the top
Yeah.
of the top of
Yeah.
the world, and she
And I
had
say, like,
exactly
what-
the same feeling.
What do you mean?
I
said,
love
like,
it.
what do you mean? Exactly the same. Yes, I'm so proud to be here.
I
I'm
love
so
it.
grateful.
And now, what was the most?
And it wasn't a lie.
No,
there wasn't
of course, it was genuine, and you
Yeah.
knew it. What was the most difficult challenge of this movie? Because seriously, I'm sure that there was some moment where something was very difficult. Do you remember the most difficult part for you in this movie? Which one was that?
Well,
Whatever it is, acting or not acting, what was the most difficult moment for you in the movie?
to be honest, the most difficult thing was to stay grounded, to not
Absolutely.
go over the, to not go. To not go like
Over the character, overacting.
overacting, over, like, explode at some point, no reason. That was something that I had to, because that was this kind of meetings with in my body actually, my private emotions, which was like extremely high.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who was playing was like totally chill.
Mm-hmm. And the character that you need to pursue, that
I mean,
is totally chill.
Yeah, he's like the best director in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
So what helped me with that? I was like, I was thinking that I'm Polanski with another great director, and I know what he's thinking. And I don't know if it's...
And the camera reads everything,
Yeah.
so you better be convincing.
You better be like in your character.
Yeah.
Even with when
I can
when
see
camera
very
is
difficult.
stopped.
And inside all this energy to be on set with all this
And all this
people that
energy,
you
I
love.
try to transform
on calm.
to character,
Yeah.
to this knowledge that I'm the king.
Yeah.
Because
that was
Roman
his feeling.
Polanski was a king.
Yeah, that was his feeling,
Yeah.
at least.
I mean, wasn't it like only feeling? It was true.
yeah, right.
He knew it.
He was on the top of the world.
Yeah, and he had the most beautiful wife. Like,
Margot.
yeah.
It was crazy. And listen, do you remember, because this is the biggest budget movie that Quentin Tarantino ever made.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And is a huge movie in general.
Yeah,
in
we
Hollywood.
had like 115 days, something like that.
Yeah, I think the budget just for production was 200 million or something like that. So he was not only his biggest budget, but it was one of the biggest budget movie that is actually a real movie, let's be honest. And it's not like a sci-fi superhero, da-da-da-da. No, it's one of the biggest budget, and it's actually a real movie, right? Real movie meaning that it's a real story, not that the other one are not real, guys. It's just that it's a real story, it's not a sci-fi. And so, do you remember thinking, oh, people will have no idea how big production like this works? Was there something that is so big because the production was big that you think the audience have no idea that you can tell? You know, maybe shooting on the street and close blocks and blocks and blocks, or small details that you say only in humongous production that will do something like this.
You're right. Well, when I was on a set of Mission Impossible in Paris, and I met Rafael, one of the producers, they've been shooting a scene in Paris somewhere close to the bridge. I don't remember exactly. And they shot, it was a few years before. Yeah, 1 year before. And they shot two main roads in Paris, and kind of and part of a bridge was closed. That was a scene when they are there's a chasing scene, and suddenly the other car is pushing the car to the river, to the Sequana River. And they were so excited, and I was so, oh my God, they closed the road in Paris, like crazy. Such a huge production. So when I was on the set of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they closed like 5 or 6 miles of Wilshire Boulevard.
That's right.
Where we were driving a car, me and Margot and our dog, on the platform.
And that's one of the most iconic streets in LA.
It is. And the lights and everything and the backgrounds, like in 1 second, I saw that normal traffic disappeared, police is coming, people are changing on the street, on the sidewalks, to the people in the right time, like late 60s, 68, 69. And we have this shot, like, and we're in a movie, in the same place, in the center of Hollywood, like, in the center.
Absolutely, yes.
The same situation with Hollywood Boulevard, where they shot, and they block, like, that was something huge. Absolutely. That only huge production can do. And that was something huge as well, because that was for Quentin and for Hollywood.
Of course, they will do something like this, right?
The
history of Hollywood itself, what they're doing.
Hollywood that doesn't exist anymore, like this.
I know. And this maybe is another episode about it. But
Yeah.
Do you think that this was the most surreal part, or you have a moment in your memory that was the most surreal time?
The most surreal time was that I was there. I was asking myself every single day if it's a dream or not. Is it a reality that I'm there, that we're filming that story, that I'm there? And but of course that there was much more situations like that. Like surrealistic was to me another scene which is not in the movie actually. The moment where we are preparing ourselves to go out to Playboy Mansion, Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski, and Quentin played to synchronize our characters and emotions and the scene. He put the song, and he said like, this will be in that scene, that song is gonna be in the scene.
Just to let you know, that was great.
And he played it, and I almost cried because it was like Jose Feliciano, California Dreaming.
I love it.
Which actually is there, but in another scene. And then we just start to prepare ourselves. I don't want to spoil you this moment because I believe it one day it will happen that he's gonna release this
full version.
I don't know.
Yeah, and people can see it.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'd love to because it
you're
was
right.
something more. It's not about the Polanski, but it's about the other characters
as well. Yeah. Yeah, I agree 1000%.
Yeah. So that was like, okay, let's go.
Very surreal.
Yeah.
And I know that this episode, guys, is very long, but come on, we have here gems of these movies, of moments in this unbelievable experience that
sometimes
he's sharing with us.
I have to think twice what I want to say because to translate my Polish thoughts to English.
Oh, you're absolutely
sometimes
fine.
It's like difficult to me, but I'm doing my best.
You're absolutely fine. And I'm gonna combine a few questions that I have as well.
Yeah.
But they're so important for me, and I'm so curious. But at the same time, it's difficult also to talk extremely clear about this. But for sure, this movie was a point in your career that changed
100%.
so many things, right?
Yeah.
And I am sure that because you had this opportunity that is incredible, you have many advice to young actors that are listening right now, that they had the same dream that you had before this adventure.
Yeah.
And then we have the question that it's so hard to answer, I think, clearly and straightforward. Do you think to be an actor and in Hollywood is more important to have talent or to have an opportunity like this that give you the possibility? Because all of this, there is a huge question because there is a lot of theory, a lot of how the things are done, but then there is the reality. What do you think is the answer? For your experience that you come from there, you did everything. Well, you have the talent, the opportunity.
Of course, this movie opened to me, gave this chance to go forward, to move up, go up. In Poland, after that, I made really 20 movies, I don't know.
So many movies, yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. Some of them I was in the premiere and they were amazing movies.
Get Awakening.
Yeah. Amazing cast, amazing director.
This experience gave me the kind of knowledge, power, let's say, feeling, and focus that I could put on my career in a serious way. That I 100%, I'm sure that to be an actor, to be who I was working what I was working for all my life, it's not only to have an opportunity. You need go forward step by step. You have to. If you really love the thing, what are you doing? If you are trying to become director, actor, I don't know, like makeup, cinematographer, whatever, like a mechanic in a car shop, whatever. You have to believe in it, that whatever you're doing to be in this world. So that's an advice. That's one part of this question.
The best that you can, absolutely.
I mean, from my experience, from my such a short life, like I don't know what will be next, but I believe that will be something more. That will come to me, like, you know, like because I believe, and I work for it. Then you have to believe for sure. Then wherever you are, if you wanna be a filmmaker, don't think that you have to be on the top first, because if you're gonna be on the top first, where are you gonna go next? Where is gonna be
from there?
From there, only down there. So if you're thinking about making a movie, let's grab your friends, I don't know, like talk with them, start to write about it, start to talk about it, and feel this moment, those conversation only about this, not about the social media or something like that, but focus on it, like focus on your real world around you, and find something interesting to you, only to you, and then do something about it. Make a movie, talk about it, like talk to another people, observe another people. When you're going to the restaurant or bar or coffee shop, don't stay with the phone. Just start to look around. And what you gonna see? Probably people with the phones. So maybe there's somehow the thing that you can focus, like put attention on it in your movie, let's say, which will be funny maybe, and scary in the same time. Maybe you can see a couple. Maybe you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, and you're talking like this with her or him, like through the phone. Maybe you should film it or something, you know. So that's an advice first, and then I don't like to give advice, like, you know, because who am I? I'm only an actor, nothing else, and I love it. I love what I do, and second thing I always thinking about is to find what we lost now, and try to talk about it, to try to discover it again. If our relationship are like we wanted to have, or our family is like we was dreaming about, or maybe our kids or whatever, maybe something happened in your life and you don't know what to say because the people around you want to only the good things hear from you. Maybe you have to like discover something, like show something more. That in Europe we have easiest, there is an easier way, like before, like because we are in Europe and totally different mentality, you know, and Europe is all countries around, and we have all different point of view and culture and so on. So it gives you more opportunities to create. But if you have this chance to see it in your world here in United States, don't go with the flow. Don't go like a sick fish, we used to say, with the river. If you want to be like unique, go against that.
And so in the end, do you think in Hollywood is more important the opportunity or the talent?
I believe that talent, and it will bring you to the opportunity.
So one will bring the other one.
Yes, both are great. Everything is what you need, but you don't know what you need exactly in which moment.
Right.
So talent is something that you have given from God, from, university. And then if you work on this talent, you can be better and better, like a football player, like, basketball player, and so on, so on. Like a sport, you have to practice every day, rehearse every day, practice every day. You have to watch what's going on around you. Then you think that you're good enough. That's the worst, if you can think you're good enough. That's the biggest trap,
right,
for an actor. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You can say never that you're good enough, because it's done.
Absolutely.
It's the end of everything.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, all the time you're discovering something. You're learning something about you, yourself, about your reaction, about other people, about relation, about world, about everything, from the small part of world where you are exactly right now. Right now I'm in Provo, and I'm super excited and surprised how many things I learned here.
And every single time the same.
And of course, there's another thing which probably will help you, which I heard and again from that I believe in it as well through all my life, because my parents taught me that, and my grandparents, that no matter who you're talking with or from where this person is, be kind. Like
1000%.
be good for this guy, for this girl, for this person, and be open. Like he's not your enemy. Maybe he's thinking different like you, but don't judge him.
Right.
Like maybe he's right at some point. Maybe he's got something that hurt him so much that he's thinking like that.
Who knows?
Of course, if there is a bad things happening, of course you can't be like, okay, that doesn't matter,
Yeah. And I believe that even as an actor, in one point you do different movies. Not necessarily you become better and better. You need to research this becoming better and better. You just do different movies that are just different.
Yeah.
Not that you were better in one and you are worse in another. They are just different movies.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
That's the beauty of this craft,
Yeah. And then we arrive at the last question.
Oh,
it's
no.
very sad for me, because we were like, this is the best thing that we can do, is talking about movie making and this kind of experience.
When you gonna clean up the dishes after the dinner, yeah?
The last question is, what is gonna be your next project? Where are we going to see Rafa
Wow,
next?
that's a good question, actually, because right now I'm moving to LA, to Hollywood with my family. We got a green card. The whole process, like a year, took it, and I done it. So we moved, and going back and forward to Poland, because I work there still and here. That's another opportunity, and that's why I love acting, because you can be wherever you want. If you have a movie, and whoever you want. And we shot like few months ago, we finished a movie, like a Brazilian Polish co-production. So it's gonna be huge, I guess, and fun. It's a comedy feature movie, so I guess that will be something around that movie more. There are some new things coming this year. We're gonna see. I never want to say something before.
Yeah.
And I love when it's gonna happen. That probably you'll be one of the first people to let you know.
But beautiful, we're gonna be neighbors, because it's just 1 hour away. With a flight from Burbank to Provo.
It's incredible. I love it too.
It looks like taking a bus, at least for me.
It's cheaper, much cheaper. Can you imagine?
Yeah, but it's also a very good feeling, because in Burbank is called Hollywood Airport, actually.
Something like that. Yeah,
there is
Hollywood Burbank. Yeah,
Hollywood Burbank Airport.
Yeah.
And it's airport of the studios, because Universal and Warner Brothers are right there, and the airport is very small.
Yeah.
And in Provo is the same feeling. There are no studios here, but the airport is so small and very clean and very easy to take.
Yeah.
So it looks like you're taking a bus system with jets.
Yeah, I know.
And you are in another place.
I have a dream. I have to tell you that I have a dream to film a documentary about. You met the guy, Janusz.
Yes.
He's a Polish artist.
Absolutely.
Real craftsman.
We need to do it. He builds tables, but with such a soul.
Furniture.
And furniture in an unbelievable way. Yeah. Like you guys have no idea. Yeah. With materials that are amazing, with shapes that are amazing.
And his paintings are great.
Insane. Yeah. Insane artist.
Yeah.
I really like him. And I would love to do a documentary. We spoke so many times about this.
Yeah, and you know that he's a character. Yeah. He's the one and only.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Yes.
So
we should do it. Maybe that is the next project. When you move to LA, we do together a documentary about Janusz. Because that was my idea as well. Do you remember?
I'd love to do that.
I'm totally down for that. Yeah, let's do this documentary together, Rafael. Maybe check it out, guys. The documentary about Janusz.
Leo, it was like really, I'm grateful to be here and to talk with you, and hopefully someone will watch it. And
of course, someone will watch it and love it. These stories are priceless. And thank you so much to be here and be open to share your amazing experience with everybody else.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure that you're going to come back eventually to tell us about a new movie that you are in and say, oh, let me talk to you about this now. Yeah. And until then, with all the guests, we give a particular gift that is a globe of Leo Save the World, the different colors like
Beautiful.
You can see. But for you... because you're such a close friend.
I don't have it. For you, I don't have it. I forget it.
Yes, I forget it. No, I have a very, very special one. And the special one is this one. And it's special because he will glow in the dark.
Wow.
And go. Now you can see it.
Yeah.
This is the right part. So we are actually going to take this marker and put our name on the back and the date, and this is a memory that you will have forever.
Great idea.
What is the date?
28th.
So 3.
Yeah, March 28th.
Okay, so I put the date in the back that I always forget.
2026.
And then Leo
and Raf.
Yeah, you need to put yours.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, and you put your name there, and this is a memory that you can put everywhere. That is when you were a guest in my podcast, and I really hope you enjoy it. And you can go to watch back sometimes, remembering this memory.
Come on, we talk a lot together, so it's the best memory.
Best memory ever, and this is a very, 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 very special one because it will glow. Thank you so much to be here, Rafael.
Thank you so much, Leo.
And see you very, very soon. Guys, thank you so much to be with us. I hope you enjoyed all these stories, and good night. See you next time.
See you.